Hey there, science fans! Have you ever stopped to think about everything around you? Your chair, the air you breathe, even that delicious slice of pizza. It's all matter. Matter is anything that takes up space and has weight. Think of it like this. You can't squish yourself into nothing, right? And you definitely weigh something. That's because you're made of matter, just like everything else in the universe. Pretty cool, huh? Now, matter isn't always the same. It can exist in different states, like a superhero with secret identities. Let's dive in and explore these awesome states of matter. First up, we've got solids. Think of your trusty phone, a colorful building block, or even a shiny diamond. These are all examples of solids. Solids hold their shape and are hard to compress. They're like the strong, silent type in the world of matter. Why are they so rigid? It's all about how their tiny particles are arranged. In solids, these particles are packed super close together, like a crowded dance floor where everyone is frozen in place. This tight arrangement gives solids their strength and keeps them from changing shape easily. Next, we have liquids, the smooth operators of the matter world. Picture a refreshing glass of water, a bubbling pot of soup, or the vast ocean. Liquids flow and take the shape of their container. They're adaptable and always on the move. Unlike solids, the particles in liquids are a bit more relaxed. They can move around and slide past each other, like people navigating a crowded market. This freedom of movement allows liquids to flow and change shape while still staying together. Last but not least, we have gases, the invisible force. We can't always see them, but they're all around us. Think about the air we breathe, the helium in a party balloon, or the steam rising from a hot cup of cocoa. Gases are tricky to catch because they don't have a fixed shape or volume. They love to spread out and fill any space they can find. Why are gases so elusive? Their particles are like kids on a playground, full of energy and constantly zooming around. They're much farther apart than in solids or liquids, which allows them to move freely and expand to fill any container. Now here's where things get really interesting. Matter isn't stuck in just one state. It can transform and change from one state to another, kind of like a magician. We call these transformations phase transitions, and they're happening all the time. Ever noticed an ice cube melting on a hot day, or water boiling on the stove? Those are phase transitions in action. Let's take a closer look at some of these amazing transformations. Melting is like matter's way of loosening up. When a solid absorbs enough heat, its particles get energized and start vibrating faster. Eventually, they break free from their rigid structure and start moving around more freely, transforming the solid into a liquid. Think about what happens when you hold an ice cube in your hand. The warmth from your hand transfers to the ice, causing its particles to vibrate faster and melt into liquid water. You can even try this at home. Grab some ice cubes and place them in a glass. Observe what happens to the ice over time. You're witnessing melting in action. Evaporation is like matter's disappearing act. When a liquid absorbs enough heat, its particles gain even more energy and some of them escape into the air as a gas. Think about a puddle drying up after the rain. The heat from the sun causes the water molecules to evaporate and become invisible water vapor in the air. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. It's like matter's reappearing act. When a gas cools down, its particles lose energy and slow down. As they clump together, they transition back into a liquid. Have you ever noticed water droplets forming on a cold glass of water on a hot day? That's condensation. The warm, humid air comes into contact with the cold glass, causing the water vapor in the air to cool down and condense into liquid water droplets. From the air we breathe to the ground we walk on, Matter is literally everything around us. Understanding the states of matter and how they transform helps us understand the world we live in. So, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop being curious about the amazing world of science. There's always something new to discover about the magic of matter.